started recording, it's a good time to end that conversation.
Yeah, well, you cut me off and said, let's start recording.
I know.
So I was like, okay, fine. I was in the middle of my story, but whatever.
No, it was why don't you continue your story on
No. Michael wants to start recording, everybody, so now we start recording.
Oh, yeah.
I was just telling
I just
him...
remember seeing... Yeah? No, what were you going to say?
I was going to make a really crude joke, but I'm not going to anymore. Yes, what were you saying?
I didn't watch the 360 tour for U2, but I remember seeing some footage of their, like the catwalk design. It's like this big sort of like U shape around with like a middle catwalk down the middle. And yeah, it's just like Bono does so much running. It's just like constantly running. But like Chris Martin as well.
Oh, yeah,
he's all over the place.
Yeah. I think 360 tour, was that the one I saw in Cape Town? That was the one with like claw, and then it's got that thing in the middle, right?
And then that was like either late noughties or early 10s. Like I think it might have been like 2010 or 2011.
Yeah, you're right. It was
2011, 2012, something like that.
In spring.
Because I think I was in college.
Yeah, we were.
We
were.
Yeah.
And a guy.
Can't remember what year though.
Where was this guy I knew? He was working like as part of like bar staff there, and they were looking for people to like just come and help out in the bars. And they were like, it's a free ticket. Like you only have to work before U2 are on. Like, so once U2 are on, you can just go watch the gig. So we had to work like through Springbok Noodles, which was a bummer because I love Springbok Noodles. And then the band. And then, yeah, dude, it was so rad. I got a free ticket. Just had to like open cans of beer and pour them into plastic cups. And then I got to watch U2 for free.
That's great. Yeah.
It was awesome.
You didn't have to do a good job. You could just pour the beer in.
Oh, and honestly, nearly kicked a woman off the banister because she was like, they started playing Sunday Bloody Sunday. And she turned to her husband and she was like, I don't know this one. And I was like, you don't deserve to be here.
What are you doing?
I'm like, go home.
What are you doing at a U2 gig? And you don't know Sunday Bloody Sunday.
It's like, I don't know why that stuck in my memory so vividly. And I just remember thinking like, you don't deserve this. Like, go home.
Well, at least you paid for a ticket. If she got like a free ticket or something, we're like, no.
It was like that woman who sat next to us when we watched John Mayer. And she filmed the entire thing on her phone. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah. It's like, just put your phone down, people. Like, I'll take pictures when I'm at a gig and Sheree can't be there.
Oh, yeah.
Then I'll take videos and stuff and send it to her so that she can enjoy as well. But I make a point of putting my phone down because I want to be there, present. Because realistically, I don't actually go watch those videos back. I might watch it back once.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But I'm not actually going to keep a catalogue of videos of every gig I've gone to and watch them back regularly. It's just bad footage, you know?
Yeah, true. Bad sound, bad footage. My favorite still was when we went to Lera Lynn and you pulled those two people apart and told them to go to the back.
Yeah, stop freaking making out, man. You got this amazing musician playing music.
It's this like tiny venue and they were like drunk and shouting at each other and making out. And it's just like, this is not the gig for that.
And like, yeah.
People are trying to listen.
Can you guys please just F off to the back of the crowd and make out in your own time?
That was such a dad move though. You were like, if you two are going to talk the whole time, can you just go to the back?
It's like, yeah, dude. Honestly, in my dad era, I don't take crap like that anymore.
I love it. It was so good. Ross looked so awkward. Ross was like,
yeah, man. I slept in my car for the night for that gig.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not going to let some like ridiculous couple.
I feel like we've brought this up a bunch on this podcast.
I know
you
we
sleeping
have.
in your car, but it was worth it.
It was one of the most like demoralizing experiences, but it's a good story.
But you got to meet Lera again and get stuff signed, so you know.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it's good. She's great. She's great.
Oh, she was so good, man. Speaking of...
But another band that's been gigging a lot. Hey, nice segue.
I know, I was going to say, speaking of female-led rock bands, although they're not really a rock band, but...
Yeah. They're pretty rock and roll on the sort of proverbial sense.
Yes, yeah.
But yeah, so the XX, and this is an album that I brought forward because it's great. And Kyle and I, we have spent years talking about this album and listening to it together, and they're like particular fond memories of recording our original album, and like spending just hours at night listening to this around a fire. It's just a great album. How did you first come by this album?
Flip, I don't actually even know. All I know is I had a mixed CD in my car. Remember when we used to rip CDs? And
oh yeah,
like the last,
get a little blue Sharpie on there as well.
Yeah, dude. And there was like I'm trying to think if it was the last. I think there was the last like however many tracks, however long this album is, 10 tracks or whatever. It was all the XX, and I just remember like listening to it a bunch, and I just thought it was so cool. And then it was around the same time I met Nicola, my wife. And so this album became like our album. So when you suggested it, I was like, oh, yes, I'm so excited. Because it took me back down memory lane, man. It was so cool. Like just listening back to
intimately familiar with this album.
Intimately. Yes. But it is such a gem, honestly. It is. And it's so frustrating at the moment because, as you said, they are touring a ton, playing all these festivals, but not one in the UK. And it's like Nicola and my dream gig to see them live. Like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
sad.
Yeah, man. How did you come across it for the first time?
You guys.
Oh, cool.
You guys, and I don't know if you remember, but I wasn't into it.
No, I don't remember that.
You don't remember? You guys would like go on about the XX, and like because we were talking about our like doing our original stuff before we had like actually done anything concrete. We're still in college, and just for, I guess, the audience sake, listeners, we're talking about the original XX album that came out 2009, the black with the white cross on it or X on it. And I just remember you guys talking about the album, and I was like on the tail end of my more heavier like rock and roll sort of phase,
right.
And I wanted to do energetic music. I don't want people to fall asleep at our gigs. I remember distinct conversation. I was in the back seat, obviously, because I was like the third wheel to this love triangle.
Bet you didn't know about
love triangle.
But anyway.
I know I didn't know about, but I could feel it under the surface. I could feel it. I could feel it simmering.
Oh, man.
I was just in denial for years.
It's so funny.
But I was in the back of Smurfy. Do you remember Smurfy?
Oh, yeah.
The car. And that was Nikki's blue car. And yeah, I was just like, I was in this mindset that I didn't want to play music or write music that would like people would fall asleep to, because it's like a low key album. I wanted to write like rock and roll, and play rock and roll. So I was in a very stubborn phase, but I've come around, and for years now I've really appreciated this album.
Oh, nice.
But not as much as I have in this last week.
Oh yeah. Did you go deep?
Yeah, dude. Like at least I didn't go in like interviews and stuff.
No.
But just looking at the lyrics and like conceptually and like, yeah, it's just, this album's just like taken a whole new form for me.
It is.
And we'll get into it.
Yeah.
But you are listening to the Buds podcast, and we have been talking about music for well over a decade, almost a decade and a half.
Donkey's years.
I don't know how many years 13 years is in donkey's years. Do donkeys live more than 1 year in a year, like dogs?
I don't know. Is it cat years?
That's something for cat years. How many years do cats age in a year?
I think 7. Something like that.
Is it?
I think so.
Like dogs?
Something like that, yeah.
Is it?
That's it. Otherwise you will.
Otherwise you will. You good now?
Back to intro, Michael. Back to intro.
Yes. You listen to the Buds podcast. I am Michael.
And I'm Kyle. And we've already started discussing the album, which is the XX. I think it's just self-titled. There's no official album title, I don't think. I think it's just XX.
The XX. Right, the XX. Actually, I think the official title is The XX.
Yeah, the band is.
I think I have to search for the band under T, not X.
It is, yeah, it will be. It will be the XX. Yeah.
Which is very interesting.
From Wandsworth. They are from... They're from the dodgy end.
Actually,
Wandsworth. No, I don't know.
do you I've never been to Wandsworth, actually. Where
do
is
you get
that?
my reference from that?
The dodgy end of Wandsworth? Of a
Yeah.
wand?
No. There's in Love Actually with Hugh Grant, and he's that girl's like. Have you watched Love Actually?
Yeah.
So Hugh Grant, when he's like prime minister, there's that girl like who like serves him tea and whatever, and like
His assistant, right? Something like
yeah,
that.
she's like an assistant, but she's kind of like does everything, like brings him files and brings him tea and coffee and whatever. And then he like asks her like, oh, where are you from? And she's like, oh, Wandsworth. And she's like, the dodgy end. And he's like, I know Wandsworth, the dodgy end. And anyway, when I said they were from Wandsworth, I was just like, the dodgy end. Anyway,
are they from Wandsworth?
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
Sounds actually a good joke then.
Yeah, it was if you were in on it, but we'll just cut this out for all the
Nah, well, I'll leave it in. It's more effort cutting it out.
somebody listening to this will be like, I know what he means.
I know Wandsworth.
Maybe somebody in like Colombia or wherever people are listening nowadays.
I mean, I'd be impressed if someone from Colombia knew about Wandsworth. Although, if you've watched the movie, then you would know about it.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, but back to the XX. We've got a lot to discuss here. But yes, they are from Wandsworth, and quite notably, they won the Mercury Prize as well.
What's that?
You don't know the Mercury Prize?
I don't think so.
It's like one of the more prestigious music prizes in the UK.
Hectic. Okay.
It's who else has won it? Arctic Monkeys have won it.
Rad.
Like a lot of people. Let me quick Google. There have been. It's like one of the most prestigious sort of like outside of like the Brits or whatever in the UK. That's. Let me see.
That's cool.
Yeah. So they won it.
Is it kind of like a BAFTA for movies and things?
Yeah, but this is just for music, though. It's just for...
Yeah. I said like...
Oh, right, sorry.
Like BAFTA for movies, Mercury prizes for like music and album and stuff.
Yeah.
As opposed to like Grammys and Oscars.
So, I think last year Sam Fender won it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just...
It'd be funny if he also moved to playing with PRS and not Fender.
George Ezra won it in 2023.
Oh,
Little Sims won it.
But now it's just riding shotgun.
Yeah. Michael Kiwanuka won it. Arlo Parks. Dave. Wolf
cool.
Alice.
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
That's a band I would love to check out. Alt J. They won it in 2012.
Oh, fun. Oh, I haven't listened to Alt J in a while, actually.
The XX won it in 2010. They won it for this album in 2010.
Nice.
And
that sounds appropriate.
They were up against some heavyweights, man. They were up against Biffy for Only Revolutions. Dizzy Rascal. Foles.
Okay, well, that would have been...
Whoa.
Well, that would have been Total Life Forever, the blue one.
Yes. And Laura Marling.
Hey.
Laura Marling, Corinne Bailey Ray, Mumford and Sons, their debut.
Mad,
so they beat all those guys. And there's a bunch of other bands that I'm not really sure about. But they won it. Pretty crazy.
Yeah. That's cool, man.
Yeah. So a little bit of prize history there for the XX.
Yeah, that's really good. Do you know what the XX means or stands for?
No.
I've not looked into this, but now I've just asked this question on myself.
Nor have I. But it kind of just works with their whole aesthetic, though. Like, I don't know, just the whole minimalist, like, uncomplicated vibe. I have no idea what it means, but I do.
Because I know Jamie XX obviously has his name as XX.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
That's just his stage name, though, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I had anything in my notes about the name, which is funny because I probably should have looked at it, but anyway. Looking at everything else.
Just doing a quick search and see. Let's see. What does Claude from Anthropic # not sponsored say? XX took the name from the XX kiss symbol. 2 XXs representing kisses in the same way people sign off texts or notes. Oh. Fits with the band's aesthetic. Intimate, understated, emotionally direct. Minimalism, there we go, of the name mirrors their sparse, hushed sound.
I wonder if it was...
Thank you, Claude from Anthropic.
Because I was reading a thing about how they wrote lyrics, because they never actually wrote lyrics together. They would almost like write like not letters to each other, but they would... Where did I read this now? It was basically saying like they would write to each other as if like they were... So one of them would have an idea, they would send it to the other one, and then the other one would like write back. So it's like seeing it from like two people's point of view. But what's really funny though is that all of this sounds like they are in love and whatever and writing to each other.
Yes.
But what's funny is they're both gay. So they're not actually in a relationship, which is crazy. So they're basically imagining themselves in this like imagined relationship as writing to each other. And I'm just thinking maybe that this is XX, like they signed off these things as like XX. This is just my fan theory. And then like that's where they got the name. But yeah, I'll try and find where I read that.
Like signing off letters, XX.
It was pretty cool though, the way they would write. Because they were saying like they were almost embarrassed to like write in front of each other, almost like shy. Like to like write these ideas with each other in the room. So, and like, you know, being vulnerable and stuff. So then they would just write it to each other online or like on a messaging service or whatever. And then, but yeah, I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure that was it. But I'll try and find the thing I was reading, the article I was reading.
That is like a beautiful theory or like a bit of knowledge for like my theory of this album and like my whole how I've understood this album as I've listened to it, because as I've gone through it and like looked at the lyrics and seen exactly like what you're saying, like it feels like it feels, oh my gosh, my mind is just kind of blowing right now, because it feels like this love story of two people who know each other well but are just not close enough to communicate well. And they're like talking to each other and communicating, but they're just missing each other in this communication and this like desire to be together. And it like that's how they wrote these lyrics is just, it just comes through. And it makes that feel so much more real. So, and that's, it's like this epic, because I've like envisioned it as like this Shakespearean, like dramatic love story, like tragic.
Yes.
Like a tragic romance. And it's like two parts of like dialogue that are just missing each other constantly, and they're getting further and further apart.
That's so cool.
Oh,
because the one theme I had written down was like almost exactly ties into what you said. So like intimacy and distance. So they're like close, like emotionally, but like psychologically, like distant. So they kind of, actually, I would say rather almost close physically, but emotionally they're a bit more distant, and they don't know, like when they're in front of each other, they don't know how to communicate those feelings. But then when they're apart, they can say exactly how they feel so easily. But as soon as they're together, it's a bit more difficult. Just fear of being vulnerable and not able to say exactly what you mean.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Yeah.
So what we're going to try this episode, last episode, we're trying like our themes, sort of approach, talking about themes. And we're going to do that this episode as well, but we're also going to break it up into sections of talking about the music, because I feel like last week there wasn't much that we said about the music. We mentioned it, but we didn't like focus on the music at all. So this week we're going to start off with, we're going to have a section about music and then go into a section about like more like the themes and stuff. Then we can explore both fully.
Cool.
So listeners, stay with us and we'll be back with music after the break.
Q ad.
And welcome back.
Q ad.
Q ad. Nike.
Today's episode is brought to you by
Nike tennis. FIFA.
Apple, sponsors of the Buds podcast.
That was my next one.
You know, if you
Bananas from Uganda.
what do they say? If you build it, they will come.
Who says that?
It's just a saying. Like if the,
Oh,
I think it's like an.
if you
old,
like,
yeah, like you know, like what was the? I saw it in like a dating show once as well. This girl was like, she just couldn't get dates, and then she made herself look really pretty and whatever, and then she was just like, if you build it, they will come.
That's great.
I was like, that's
good confidence,
so
though.
funny, man. Anyway, yeah. So you know, we're just putting it out there. Anybody who wants to sponsor the podcast, or you know,
Yeah.
we'll take any sponsors. Who gives a crap? You know,
Yeah.
we'll sponsor toilet paper.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll have toilet paper sponsors.
Yeah,
as well.
that's what I meant. Wow, this is going south quickly. Okay, let's dive into this. Okay, so what did you say? Music first.
Right. Yeah. Music. So,
Okay,
yeah. Why don't you start us off, Carl?
just the music in general. You mean?
Yeah, like
Okay.
across the album.
Cool.
Like
So-
I did it.
Instrumentally, what I found, well, like I've always found fascinating about this album and this band in general is how they get such a huge sound and huge emotional like sound across with such minimal instrumentation. Like a clean guitar, a bass, and like a drum machine essentially.
Like an SPDSX or something.
Pretty much all they have. Like, and it blows
yeah.
my mind. I just,
There are a couple finger clicks around there
yeah.
every now and then.
And the production is just
A little bit of piano as well.
But the production is genius. Jamie XX is a freaking wizard, man. Like,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
actually, the fact that they were so young when they did this is just when,
How young were they?
I think they were like, wait, so this came out in 2009.
9.
Oh my word. No way. They're all my age. So 2009.
Seriously?
Yeah. And the lead singer, the guy, Oliver, was born the day before me in 1989.
Oh, that's
How
mad.
crazy is that?
That's so cool.
So that would have been 2009. So 20. They were 20 when they wrote this. This is like, that's pretty young still, man. Like,
That's very
and I
young.
think
yeah.
what
to write something this like mature and
that's what I was going to
vulnerable
say.
and like empathetic, it's just
And also going away from what was in the mainstream at that time. Because you think about the bands that were around. Like, I just read you that Mercury Prize list. So you think about those bands, like it's Biffy. It's, who else was there? Mumford & Sons, Foals, Dizzy Rascal, Corinne Bailey Rae, whatever. Like, you think about the bands that were around at that time and the albums that were coming out, like super busy, super full on, huge production, wall of sound. And these guys have just gone the other way and just stripped everything back. It's just this huge, open, sparse sound. It's so emotional and so just like heavy, but in the best sense. Like, this sort of weightiness to the music, which is so cool. And I made a note here, like the whole album sounds like nighttime. It sounds nocturnal. It just, everything sounds like this is almost like a conversation happening at like midnight or like 2 a.m. You know, it's almost like these little like whispers to each other. And like, just even her vocal and his vocal, everything's very, like subtle and really thought out, and like every note is thought about. Like nothing's there just
and it
randomly.
doesn't sit. Their vocals don't sit above the music much at all.
No,
like at some parts, it's actually kind of hard to hear what they're singing because of the music.
Oh, is it?
In that, like, I think
it's just,
I like and
on that. Sorry,
yeah, go on.
No. Just on that, the one track, as you said that I think it's Fantasy. where it's this that like there's almost like no melody. It's just this like hum and this like low drum like
Oh,
and then
yeah. Doom, doom,
what's the
doom.
opening? Yes, that one. What's the lyric? It's something like for the desired effect. August or
Yeah.
June, like that thing, and then it just drops into that heavy like, and it's
so cool,
and it's just
man.
like that for me, like just sort of sums up the whole album in that like it's that nocturnal like lo-fi kind of vibe. And like his vocal in that song just sort of drift into that like low hum thing. Like you barely can make out his vocal from that. Anyway, I'm getting excited. But that was, yeah, dude, like I love the music. I love the minimalism in it. Like, yeah. And I love that every note is thought about. Like there's not something there that's just randomly thrown in. Even on his drum machine, like when he's playing certain grooves and stuff, everything's like got its place.
Yeah, very, very specific bass patterns, very specific hi-hats.
And guitar parts.
And like where it's placed. Yeah.
Like her guitar parts are insane.
I think what, because I was thinking about it, the instrumentality of it as well. I think what you're describing, I realize, well, I think it's like the instruments are so simple and they're recorded so close, so it feels really intimate. But then there's this whole reverb around the whole mix that automatically makes everything feel so far away. Yeah. So it's like incredibly intimate, but there's this distance that you can feel to the instruments, even though it's all recorded really close. Yeah. Which I wrote down as just like it like beautifully mirrors what's happening like thematically and in the dialogue and things, where there's like this real intimacy between the players in the story, but there's this like whole distance between them that they can feel even when they're together. You know?
Yeah.
And like I was getting very poetic because I was feeling very inspired. I said the music sounds intimate and close, but the space of the reverb implies the estrangements and distance, the feel that they feel in the end.
Yeah.
And I said like no matter how strongly they feel, and this speaks to the vocals in the mix, like where they lie in the mix, it feels like they'll never be able to speak up loud enough to be heard, because their vocals are like never actually, they like never quite break through the noise.
Yeah.
I was getting very, very existential, which is what I love doing.
Yeah, but it's true. And it's like the music sort of plays along with the lyrics in that it's also quite mysterious. Like the lyrics like aren't forward obvious lyrics. It's not just like, I love you, you know? It's like these very like subtle sort of hints at this thing, or it's like, you know, we can dive into the specific lyrics later, but like that there are lyrics that kind of sort of tease at like, oh, I want to be with you, but or do I? You know, like I want to be there, but I can't be, but I kind of want to be, but I'm not going to give that away and tell you everything. But then again, like that mysteriousness is like then mirrored in the music, where there's just like you say, that like sort of reverb creates that space, which creates this mystery and this like sense of like what's happening around us, what's happening now, like I don't know, it's just so cool. And like intro for me sums that up, just like that everything about that song. And ironically, I was looking on Spotify. I don't know about Apple Music. Can you see like play counts on Apple?
Not so much, no.
So they do that on Spotify, but it's ironically intro is their most played or most streamed song, which is hilarious because it's like just an instrumental. And it's
so cinematic,
and it's the song that's been used the most apparently, like out of all their songs, like in movies and series and TV ads and like all sorts of stuff. It's crazy. But I remember like Nix and I always saying like this was always like the dream, like with music, was to eventually get music into like movies and stuff, and they were always like our biggest inspiration. Because it's like they didn't tour a ton, but they obviously made a crap ton of money from doing like just getting the music into like sync deals and whatever.
Yeah. I remember working on that Gatsby track
Oh yeah,
with you guys.
yeah.
For ages. And that became like our intro track for Politic.
Oh,
for
dude,
me
I love that song
as well. Yeah,
I still love that
it
song.
was really good.
It's a great one.
I think after having gone through the album and thinking and like going back to the intro and like why that's so effective, it almost feels like a title scene or like a title like title card or something. You know, like when you watch a movie, like the intro like credits. You know, it feels like that. Like you're watching, you know, the context of this whole love story, and like you're seeing different angles and elements and shades of it. And then the lyrics come in and like the movie starts, you know, so it feels like the beginning of this like
That's cool.
big epic, like tragic romance. I keep bringing it back to that because it feels like you could play this out on a stage.
Yeah.
And it would be
big time.
And it would just be it wouldn't have to be like a long story. Like you wouldn't have to elaborate much on the story, but just like playing out these parts simply on stage, I think just would work so well. It feels like that in my mind.
And I think it also like this song sets the tone for the rest of the album in terms of like the things we've said before, like it's mysterious, it's kind of sensual in a way, it's cinematic, it's got this what was the other thing I was going to say now? Yeah, like slightly like hypnotic sort of thing to it, just that repeated pattern like over and over, it like kind of gets you sort of like mesmerized and like hypnotic, like when you're in love, I guess, right? Like that the first time you like fall in love, that sort of like dizzy feeling of just being like nothing else matters, man. Like I'm just like all in on this one thing. It's just got like a really feel good tone to it. I think her guitar, like that little riff is just genius. And it's instantly recognizable. Like, you know, you just know that riff.
Bang, 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 bang,
I see Rihanna sampled it in one of her songs as well.
Really?
Yeah.
That is mad.
Drunk on Love.
Oh, that's cool.
From the album
I gotta go listen to
Talk That Talk. Yeah.
Talk That Talk.
Yeah. How cool is that?
That's really cool.
To sample that track. That's awesome. Which is cool. Okay, here we go.
What was I going to say? Oh yeah, so musically though, as the album goes through, because the first few songs, and we're like kind of blending a little bit into like theme and stuff now. But before we get into that, like we'll take another little break. But like as the songs, because the album kind of starts with them like the formation of this romance and like them being together, and it's like very happy.
Yeah.
And like if you think of like VCR, it's got like a major like ding 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 ding, and it's like probably the most happy major feeling track on the album, and it's the music reflects their intimacy. I suppose like the sort of infatuation and like the feel good hormones.
Yeah.
As a romance starts, you get that from the music, and for like Crystallized and Islands, it's all like the better parts of the romance, and then Heart Skip to Beat, like skip. It starts. Yeah, it like the tone just like changes slightly into like the rest of the album, and then like Fantasy is like really subdued, and it feels so much darker. And it's the like introduction of like this new sort of theme in the relationship, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy. The music's just genius.
Oh, dude,
and
it's so
what blows my mind is that it was probably just like instinctive. Like I can't imagine they sat down and intentionally thought of, well, this song has to feel like this because the song is about this. You know? But it just marries so perfectly.
I don't know. I think I just had the thought as you were describing that. It's like, you know, everyone like kind of goes on about like, no hate to Billie Eilish, but like everybody kind of says like, oh, Billie created this like really unique sound and whatever. But actually listening to this album again, I'm going like, nah, I think they've pulled a lot from these guys, because there was nothing like this at the time. Like,
yeah, it'd be interesting to hear.
It'll be cool
what they were listening to when this album was written, like to get that backstory.
Yeah, but like you said as well, like everything's recorded really close, which is like Billie Eilish too. Like everything's recorded at this really close range, vocally anyway.
And she executed it well. Like that first album's amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
It's so good.
Yeah. That's what I say. Like no hate to Billie.
Well, her and her brother, obviously.
Yeah, I mean,
like
I just, that guy's a freaking genius. But I could go on a whole tangent about Phineas. I love that guy.
He wrote the Apple TV like intro thing. Like when you see that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he wrote that piece of music.
No way.
I can't remember how much he got paid for that.
Bro. That guy.
But Apple commissioned him to make that.
Yeah.
And that's this is like a bit of a tangent. I'm like a slight Apple tech nerd. I like listen to podcasts and stuff every week about this stuff. But that filming of those colors flicking over. Do you have Apple TV? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I have had Apple TV in the past, and I do know what you're talking about because I've seen it online. Yeah. Because I saw how they design. I saw how they made that. Yeah,
it's like actual physical filming and like glass. It's amazing. It's like
it is. Amazing.
It's like old school cinematography.
I didn't know that he
like
wrote
practical
that,
effects.
I didn't know that Phineas wrote that. But like I said, it does not surprise me though. That guy's a flipping genius, bro.
Sounds so cool as well.
His solo stuff's also very cool.
I need to get into that. I was just thinking about what his solo stuff might sound like.
It's different, but like I don't know, very cool. But his productions. I've watched so many videos on like his production techniques and like the stuff he does. It's just and I'm sure there's guys that have done similar stuff in the past, but I love his creativity and like his like kind of what he uses, because he doesn't go into like these big studios. Like he works from his house and he's got this little with that first Billie Eilish record, they recorded in like in his bedroom, like childhood bedroom.
Yeah, something like that.
Dude, I'll send you a video on it. It's amazing. Like it's tiny. And like he would do these like acting jobs and like modeling jobs or whatever to like pay for gear. So like he has like this old upright piano here, and he's got like a Nord here, and then he's bought like a little piece of like universal audio, like outboard gear, like an amplifier or like like a channel mixer or like whatever. Like he's just it's just ridiculous, and he's just like used that money to build up a little bit of gear. And that's all he's using. And she like sat on his bed and recorded everything through like a little AT2020 like Audio Technica mic. They recorded. Yeah. And I mean, those mics are like £80. Like they're not a lot of money. It's just ridiculous. And so his production techniques are just unbelievable. But I think coming back to the XX, I reckon they've taken a lot of that sound, like a lot of elements anyway from the XX. Because I love what these guys have done. And like the other thing I also love, on the music front, bar the like MPC or the the drum samplers and stuff, like I love that it's real instruments
for the XX.
Yeah. Like I love that it's a real guitar, like real bass, and everything else obviously is electric. Like there's samples and whatever, but it's played.
Yes, it's not
exactly.
It's not like programmed stuff. Like it's
And when you see their live stuff, you see Jamie XX like playing all that stuff. Even I think I sent you that one video from Coachella where like he's playing the drum parts on that little MPC, that little drum machine. And he's playing everything, and you're just like, dude, that's so cool. Like,
so much.
Who does that anymore? Like most bands would just be like, nah, we'll just sample that or like backtrack that.
Just backtrack it with a click.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, but it adds to the emotion of the song, because it doesn't feel rigid and robotic.
Absolutely,
it feels like fleshy and moving. You know,
totally.
It just makes you so much more invested in, like when you get into the lyrics, like I've just done recently. It makes you so much more invested in what the story's about, because like the music supports that. It's got the movement in it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just trying to find my. Sorry, I'm just trying to find my other notes here. Okay. But yeah, anything else on the musical front that?
No, that's it really.
Nice.
Cool. Should we take a break and then come back with the themes?
Yeah.
Okay. And welcome back, listeners. Now we are going to talk about more of the thematic side of this album. So I'll kick it off. Like as we said, it's kind of obvious that this song is really a love story between two people, and it like starts off with VCR, and I guess like, and it slowly. I mean, how do you feel about this, Kyle? Because like I have this idea that it really is a chronological album in that like the story makes sense in the order that it's written. Like it's less like other albums where the album is put together for the musical flow, and this is like very much an ideas flow album, and the music just happens to kind of support that.
Yeah.
Good insight.
Good. Sorry, I'm reading the lyrics.
Yep, I agree with that.
I was reading the lyrics. I'm like, okay, yeah, just let me finish reading. Yeah.
Trying to make this really big claims.
Sorry.
You're like, yep.
This can go on our year-end bloopers.
There we go.
Sorry. Say that again. Build it up again and I'll react.
So like the intro introduces like the whole sort of context of this love story that we were talking about. Like we were just talking about the intro song. Has no lyrics, but it just sets this emotional tone through the music. And like like you were saying, a lot of the music and the songs feel like they need to be listened to at nighttime, or that the story is being told at nighttime, like under the cover of dark. And I was saying like VCR starts with like this couple in like a new, it seems like they're in a new relationship, and they're like watching a VCR, which is what a throwback, because I had VCRs growing up.
Yeah.
And it seems like they're like so familiar, and they feel so like intimate and close with one another in this new relationship without having to say much. Because it's like, if I'm right, I get the impression that they don't actually talk much. Yeah, it's like their presence alone demonstrates the love, and not like their need to express it through words and things. Just, you know.
Yeah. And also like it's kind of like they're saying things without saying things, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that lyric at the end of the chorus is like, you say you think we are the best thing, but you just know, you just do. It's that kind of like, we get each other, but we're not going to say everything, but like, you know what I mean. Like, so yeah, I think again, it's like a lot being unsaid, saying a lot without saying much. And then I think it gets more, as the album goes on, they do start to reveal more. And the lyrics do get a little bit more elaborate, but it is a cool, I don't know, for me, this like, I don't know if kids do this anymore. I'm sure they do, but like, just kind of watching movies together, or like just, I remember in high school,
just
like
hanging out,
watching a movie or like something with my crush, like going around to their house, just sitting there. And again, it's that thing of like you're not saying much, but you're almost like saying everything, kind of like, I wonder what they're thinking. I wonder what's happening. Like, do they like me? Very high school, but all while just watching TV, or like watching a movie, or watching things on VCR, like the title, says.
Yeah, or just
cool.
the fact that you're like happy to be there with each other.
Yeah,
says so much already.
Even if you're just sitting in the silence.
Yeah, it's like agreeing to sit and like happy to sit with each other in silence. Like
Totally.
watching something is a very intimate thing. It's kind of like with you and Nikki and like myself and Sheree now. Like it's not these huge like gestures of romance that sort of keep the closeness in the relationship alive. It's like being able to sit and watch something just like on an average weeknight and just enjoy watching an episode of House of the Dragon and like chat about it afterwards. And like that's like our quality time in the week, and that keeps us close.
Yeah.
And I suppose this is like much further down the line of our relationship because we've been in a relationship over 13 years now. It's crazy.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, that was in January. we've been married for 9 years now. Next year's 10 years we've been married, dude.
What?
It's just, I'm that guy. I've been married for almost 10 years.
A whole
over 9
decade.
years.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, man.
Flipping heck. That went quick.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
But this seems like the most sort of pure and innocent of all the songs, and like maybe Islands as well. Islands kind of feels like this like there's no sort of shade in the love or in the experience of the relationship yet, because it's like super simple.
Yeah.
And yeah, like when the guy sings, "Want to find myself by the sea, in another's company by the sea. Want to go out to the pier, gonna dive and have no fear, because you just know, you just do."
Yeah.
And it's just like, I mean, that verse really doesn't say much apart from just wanting to be with you and just like have fun and go swim, you know. But it's that like just pure infatuation, puppy love.
That's so funny, because that was the lyric I used to always send to Nicola, because she obviously lived by the sea and I didn't. And then when we were like sort of not dating,
cute,
but we were like, we were vibing as the kids used to say.
You were talking,
yeah,
as the Americans say. Are you talking?
We were talking. And because we loved this album, we used to send each other lyrics, like our favorite lyrics. And then that one I always I just repeatedly sent to him, like, "Want to find myself by the sea in another's company." Like, that was always...
That's really cool. That's cool.
That was always our little thing.
It's a good line.
That's a great lyric, man. I really dig that.
Yeah.
Dig that lyric. But yeah, for sure, this is one of my favorite songs. It's cool. And it's got like such a cool little, like you said, it's kind of got that like major sort of happy, upbeat vibe about it, and quite like bouncy, you know. Especially with that, like, what is that, like a xylophone thing?
It could be like a xylophone or glockenspiel or something, because there are steel drums in this album as well.
Oh yeah.
But this, I think that's a glockenspiel, because it feels like little rubber mallets on the metal, as opposed to rubber on wood.
Right.
It feels like the metal glockenspiel.
But now, interestingly,
I think I'm right
in
in saying that. Yeah.
You reckon he played that live, or like?
Oh, I don't know, actually.
Like on an actual xylophone / whatever. Or you think
the steel drums feel legit, because in school we had a steel drum band. I wasn't a part of it, but there was a steel drum band, so I'm very familiar with the sound of steel drums. You know, like you know what steel drums are.
I'm a drummer by trade. By trade, I'm a drummer.
Oh yeah, true.
No, I'm joking. But
steel drums is as in like the like top of oil drums that are hammered in and like different tones and stuff.
Oh, I thought you meant those drums that are like concave and they're metal, and then you hit them on the inside, and they got the little circles that you hit.
Yeah. It's exactly what I'm talking about.
No, man.
Oh my gosh, Kyle. you dad joked. You out dad joked the dad joker.
I thought you were playing along, and then I knew I got you at one point. It was brilliant.
I was like, "We talking about the same thing? What are you talking about?"
That was awesome. It's so good. Oh man. Okay, but in all seriousness, yes, I know. But what I actually meant by my question was, if he played it live, is if it was obviously a live instrument, or if it was just midied in or like played through some sort of electronic instrument. Because he
I mean,
because he plays a lot of stuff electronically. You know what I mean? Like all the drums and stuff are electronic. I
yeah.
don't think he's playing. There's not real drums in
I
it.
mean, I guess being like slightly purist and ideological, I want to think that on the album they recorded with analog instruments and then he sampled it for live, for the ease of convenience, and that's kind of what I want to believe, but I'm not sure really.
Yeah. Any other standout tracks here? I've got a few, but
Well, I think the album that sits closer with VCR. So, I mean, how do you feel about this? If we move through the love story and like talk about the songs that kind of like talk about the same stage in the love story,
yeah.
as they like grow more and more further apart, we can like touch on songs that express that, you know?
Well, that's kind of where I was going to go anyway, because I think
Okay,
from
yeah.
VCR is this like sort of, like you said, innocent sort of almost puppy love sort of thing. Like, it's very,
Like infatuation.
but for some reason, and I've always thought about the song like this, and I may be very wrong, but Crystallized for me is like, I've always thought of it as like the sexual like side of it.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
If you read the lyrics, like, don't you think it's like, oh wait, where did I put the lyrics down? Come back. Like, I don't know. I've always read these lyrics as like sexual. I don't know.
Oh wow, you're reading innuendos into all these things.
Don't you think? Okay, so now read it. Now read it like with that in mind.
Do I have to keep up the pace to keep you satisfied? Oh, taking steps in my direction, the sound resounds. Does it lessen your affection?
Yeah.
Let's see. I've been down on my knees and you keep on getting closer.
Right.
Now it just feels like a joke.
Glaciers have melted. I love this.
So
by the way, the bridge is like musical genius. I love how they like sing over each other.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's so good. Glaciers have melted to the sea. Now I wish that's how it take me.
So I had a very different read.
Okay.
So is that your read on this track?
Yes.
That it's kind of like,
yeah.
Okay.
And that's sort of,
so you've read this as like an intimacy track, sort of.
Yeah, I feel like this is like this couple that we're talking about. This is
so when the VCR finishes.
Yes, Netflix and chill.
They've Netflix, now they're going to chill.
Yeah. And then they're going to realize in the next track that it was all a big mistake and they're embarrassed. And it's the walk of shame home. But no, I don't know.
Shelter.
I don't know why. Like, I've just always thought of the song. Like, even way back in the day when I listened to this, I always thought of those lyrics as like, innuendos for, the sexual side to the relationship. But yeah, what was your take?
So I've gone less literal with interpreting this and more like proverbial.
Cool.
And it feels like the crystallized. So the overall sort of arc of what I think the song is about. It's about like I think realizing. I think it's things like introducing expectations in the relationship, because they've had this period where just watching a VCR, just like jumping and having a swim together has been the pinnacle and has meant everything. But now there's like, as time's gone on, they like feel expectations for things to go a certain way. So do I have to keep up, for instance, do I have to keep up the pace to keep you satisfied? Like, do we need to keep this relationship going as it is for you to want this relationship? Like, is this, and it's like the beginning of, I've got to like start fronting feeling this way, or fronting our time being a certain way together, because then it feels like the VCR track if you talk about like the VCR phase when they're just like chilling and it's super easygoing. But if it doesn't always feel easygoing, you've got to front that it is easygoing.
Right.
To keep up presentation, you know. But then at the same time, are you expecting something from that other person,
Right.
and are they starting to let you down? So like the crystallized is like beginning to harden, and times. So I wrote, there's a time when you start to second guess your partner and their intentions, a reckoning of whether the pace of new love can be sustained, and finding the balance of deeper love and passionate infatuation. So it's kind of like that transition between puppy love and like really loving. You know, you eventually start like bickering, having a couple arguments. You got to work through some bumps.
Right.
So I was reading it more on that like relational stage. But I mean, I can get on board with the Netflix and chill.
Now mine sounds so silly.
No, I mean, I totally get it though.
I don't know. I mean, I'd love to give you a deep reason for why I thought that, but to me, it just like it was like the first thing that came to me, and like I can't get that out of my head for some reason. Like I can't see past that now. Maybe because for years that's all I've ever thought about those lyrics. But anyway,
yeah.
But no, I hear what you're saying, man.
But
it's true.
Even looking at the bridge, glaciers have melted to the sea. Things have gotten closer to the sun. I wish the tide would take me over, and the things I've done in small doses. So don't think I'm pushing you away. So it's kind of like when you're the one I've kept closest, and you just keep on getting closer. So like they're still growing together, but they're trying to not push each other away, and they're trying to not get like overcome by this and like overwhelmed. So like it's like a reckoning of like people becoming more vulnerable and more honest about who they are. And it's not this like, it's easy for me to be in a good mood because we're in this new relationship. When the relationship starts feeling less new, I can be in a cranky mood sometimes, you know.
When you actually start like revealing your true self. Like you said, you're not putting on this like mask of, oh, everything's amazing and perfect all the time.
Yeah. And then go slow, which, I mean, you could read that in multiple ways if you want.
Yeah.
But the whole go slow, like let's not rush this. Let's let it go at its pace, you know, and let it like grow naturally and all that.
Yeah.
But I mean, crystallized is getting harder. So it's just, there's the Cal version, which I think is very compelling. And then the Michael version, which is a bit more serious and subdued.
No, I think. Oh wait, that's so funny. I just went to Genius to see like just to read through the lyrics again, and then at the bottom it goes back to that whole thing I was saying in the beginning about them writing to each other. That whole thing. So it says like, you know, like about the artist or about the song or whatever, and it says, oh my word, they wrote the song when they were 17 and they only had 5 songs. That's ridiculous. They helped each other finish verses, so it is fitting that the vocals weave in and out and on top of each other. And this is a direct quote. So it says, we wrote our lyrics separately and sent them to each other over email. We were so new to songwriting, I don't think either of us had the courage to share and write face to face. We eventually came together and built the bare skeleton of the song in Romy's dad's front room. That's so cool.
That's mad.
It's so rad. Oliver sent me the first half of the first verse. Then I wrote the second half. It was sort of like playing tag. That's so awesome.
That's really, really cool.
Oh, cool. And they've got like
but it's just made for such a unique songwriting experience.
Yeah.
And like experience of like listening to it. And it's like telling a story in a whole unique way.
It's such a genius.
It's like a proper dialogue.
Yeah. I love it, man.
Yeah. But this is like the Rumours album, which is another album we should do. Rumours by Fleetwood Mac. It's like that same idea, just very different circumstance.
Yeah, that's an album, man. That's a great album. Flipping heck.
This is also an album. There are a lot of albums. Sorry, I was being very literal. Unhelpful.
There's your dad joke right there.
just a dad way of being.
Okay, I've got another track to discuss.
Yeah.
It's probably up there in my top 3 tracks of the album is Shelter.
Ooh, okay.
I love it.
Yeah.
I think this for me just like I think it just shows that like complete once you've kind of passed all that infatuation stage and you passed all that like putting on a face thing. This is where I think like the gods come down or the walls come down and it's kind of like I'm gonna give like everything over to you and I'm gonna be vulnerable. I'm gonna like kind of finally be in a place to feel safe with another person and not be hurt and like show you who I truly am, you know, and let that person like see you for who you really are. And it creates like dependency and it creates like a real relying on another person, you know, which is scary, especially when you're coming out of that like very fun sort of playful place and like everything, nothing's too serious, you know. This is where it starts to get really, really serious. And I think that's sort of like mirrored in her vocal. Her vocal's very like soft and gentle and fragile. And even the music is very like sparse, but it's like calm. There's this like what is it that's like running through it? It's just got this really calming feel to it.
It's like tranquil almost.
Very tranquil and very like relaxed. And like that the one lyric that always gets me, like almost like chokes me up a bit is that wait. Where is it? I've got so many like tabs open here, sorry. Oh, there it is. This lyric, man, it's amazing. This is like almost on par with like a Jeff Buckley lyric. So verse 2, I still want to drown whenever you leave. Please teach me gently how to breathe.
In shelter, still. Oh yes.
So verse 2.
Yeah.
I just love that lyric so much, man.
Still want to drown every you. Could I be? Was I there? Felt a kiss on the yeah.
I love it. I just think it's so cool, and it just shows that like vulnerability and like letting that other person like help you, you know, and that's so vulnerable. And then that chorus is also like kind of she's like second guessing herself with things, like she'll say something or you know like this, so like maybe I said something that was wrong. Can I make it better with the lights turned on? And just keeps repeating that same line. But yeah, cool. I love this.
So this is where I kind of get more of a like fantasy and shelter.
Yeah.
Because I like 6 and 7. I think 6 and 7 and then 9 and 10. I read those as because they're both led alternately by 6 is by Oliver, 7 is by Romy.
Okay.
9 is by Oliver, 10 is by Romy.
Got you.
And I get this like back and forth in like a play, like it's like an extended dialogue, or they each like singing their parts of the story.
Yeah.
And every now and then they'll like chip in and comment on each other's parts of the story, but you're getting like a different perspective of this love drama. And so I read I don't know if this is backed up at all, but I was like seeing this for myself. And I kind of understood Shelter as like Romy's response to Fantasy, which is by Oliver.
Yeah.
And like Fantasy being, oh, my light just died. And like Fantasy being kind of like Oliver wanting to like not be, what did it say? So I understood it as like an expression of wanting to be desired,
Okay.
but frequent visits break the illusion. So it's like he doesn't want to be too familiar, but there's like, because what does he say? I'm getting my words mixed up. I need to go back and then I'll come back to shelter, because he says things like, would you come back August or June? June. I hate that tomorrow's too soon, but this collision came mid-bloom. Better built to resume. I'll see you August, see you June. I'm building higher than I can see. I want fantasy. Don't rest with the less. I'm burning to impress. It's deep in the middle of me. I can be fantasy. So it's like Oliver's expressing this desire to be wanted, and for this like love fantasy to grow because of the distance. So it's like I'm kind of reading this into the lyrics. I don't know if it's really what they mean, but it's like, I hate that tomorrow's too soon, because it kind of like breaks that illusion of being desired, like missing the other person.
Right.
But then coming back to shelter. So this is my big theory, like sort of explaining it bit by bit. Rami's feeling the opposite way, where in shelter, maybe I had said something that was wrong. Can I make it better with the lights turned on? So like, I feel like she's interpreting the distance as like causing more doubt in the relationship for her,
Yeah.
where all she wants to do is like, I'll cross oceans like never before, so you can feel the way I feel too, and I'll mirror images back to you. So like, all she wants to do is get back to him and show him why it's good for them to be together.
Right.
And he's wanting to like cause this distance with fantasy, because he wants to create this illusion of desire. Because maybe being too close together is like interrupting that, or like,
Do you not think it's maybe
you know,
more like in a more literal sense, like a long distance relationship?
yeah, maybe,
Like
yeah,
in terms of them talking about like crossing oceans, and then him like, would you come back August or June? Like, like maybe that person has said they can only come back in August, for example. Like literally, this is just a literal thing of like, I'm just thinking about
yeah,
this
yeah, yeah.
as you're speaking. So like, kind of like they're saying, yeah, like I know you said you could only come back in August, but could you come back in June? I know that tomorrow is too
Yeah.
soon, but could you come back in June? Right? Like, you know what I mean? And I'm just thinking of it more as like a literal, like long distance sort of thing. Or they're painting it out to be
Yeah, that's really interesting. I
a
never,
long distance thing.
because I only ever thought of this as like metaphorical, but
No,
that's sort of
like,
my default when it comes to these things.
but it's
But
really, really interesting. I hadn't thought
that's
about it on a literal sense or metaphorical sense, to be honest. Like, I just thought, as you were saying that, I just thought, yo, that's really interesting. If they've sort of made the long distance almost metaphorical, or they've made it,
right. So it is long distance, but they're using that in the
or
songwriting.
or it's not long distance and they only live down the road from each other, but because of that like longing for each other, it feels like long distance, and so they just like sort of,
Yeah.
almost like making it,
Or maybe
using it as
he's
like a
like,
hyperbole.
or he's like forcing distance in a way by just being unavailable.
Yeah.
And that's his way of still trying to keep some sort of excitement and mystery in the relationship, where all she wants to do is like she says in at the end of verse 1, can you hear when I say I've never felt this way? She's trying to like reiterate to him, I'm like so into this and this is amazing and all I want to do is experience this.
Sure, yeah.
But I think that illusion is like breaking down for him, where he wants to maintain that illusion by creating distance, and she's like reading, that's like giving her doubt in the relationship.
But that's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this could be like, because this is like the middle part of the album, like these songs, so like Islands, Heartscape to Beat, Fantasy, Shelter, like this is where it starts to get more serious. So there's a bit more like emotional complexity. There's a bit more
Oh yeah.
sort of like all the realness of a relationship is hitting, because you kind of move past that like, that fun, playful curiosity, anticipation, like all that stuff. Now you're in like the actual throes of the relationship and the reality of like, how do we make this thing work? If it's a literal or metaphorical distance. Yeah. I feel like those 4 songs are kind of like the sort of middle bit. I don't know. And then I guess the last few, so Basic Space, Infinity, Nighttime, and Stars would be the end. And
Stars feels like the tragic end of something. It's kind of like the final reckoning.
Hold on.
But Basic Space is what does that one sound like again? I've got to remember what these songs sounds like. So actually,
Basic Space.
Oh yeah. This is like an interestingly upbeat song as well.
Yeah.
Oh, this song was really doing my head in. So confusing. Because there's all like this whole idea of like their body parts in blocks.
So maybe this
like neck, chest, waist to floor, easy to take. You could take me in 4s.
Can we just talk about the phrasing like for a second of that? Those like the singing.
Yeah.
So cool. Neck.
It's so chest, musical as well.
Waist to floor. It's just so genius,
you
man.
Take me in 4s. Yeah.
So cool.
Great phrasing. What do you make of the song? Because just kind of like just forcing you into my sort of big theoretical arc of this album. Basic Space is between the two like the pairs of dialogue songs, so like Fantasy Shelter, and then Infinity is Oliver leading, and then Nighttime is Romy leading.
I feel like
so like Basic Space is kind of like a little interlude in between those two. Sorry, I don't want to like force you into a way of thinking about the song. Like, what's the general?
I'm starting at the hook. So where they say, so basically the chorus, I guess. So Basic Space, don't look away when there's nothing there. That lyric for me, I'm sort of like piecing it together, but like kind of almost like one of them, and I don't know which one, is sort of trying to face down this, maybe an issue in the relationship or something. And that lyric for me just kind of gives it away, almost like, you know, when you don't want to deal with it, you like look away or you look around or something. And that lyric is like, don't look away when there's nothing there. Like, you look at me and we need to deal with this problem or this issue that we have to face. And then like in verse 3, Romy then says, I'm setting us in stone piece by piece before I'm alone. So almost like I'm fighting for this relationship where I'm going to put it all back together, like before I'm alone. And then there, like, so let it set, got to seal this in, can't adjust, can't relearn, got to keep what I have, preserve. So almost like my thinking of it is like one of them, I guess, Romy in this situation is like trying to build back this relationship. Something's like fallen apart and they're now trying to literally like build this whole thing back together so that they can hold the relationship, because they don't want to lose what they have before they like break up and then they're both alone again. But then you see there's that, but then I don't really get verse 4. So that hook, verse 3, makes sense. Verse 2,
wait, which lyrics are verse 4?
It's a pool of boiling wax, I'm getting in, let it set, got to seal this in, can't adjust, can't relearn.
So I think
got to keep what I have. So, unless he's saying in that verse that like he's now going to take the plunge and like dive into a pool of boiling wax, which will hold him in place and like, or hold the relationship in place or whatever. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading into it too literally, but.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't think he was actually going to do a Two-Face and jump into, or a Joker and jump into. So I think the song is kind of about not wanting to. I think it's wanting to hold on to what is good about the relationship, so they don't want to change, because if they change, they're going to lose what's good about what's working between them, you know?
Okay.
Like the whole VCR and islands and crystallized, all like the good parts of their relationship. As they changing, and there's like this doubt creeping and like the expectations and all that, they realize like they don't want to change as individuals, because as individuals together, as they are now, they could work. But if they keep changing, then what they have is potentially going to fall apart. So I kind of read it as like, take me, I'll take you in pieces. We can take all apart, shipwrecks. I've been underwater, breathing out and breathing in. Oh, I love this line. I think I'm losing where you end and I begin. That phrasing. I always want to go where I end and you begin, but she like says where you end and I begin, and it just rolls so nicely. I love that line.
It's so
but
cool.
I think that like they're at a spot where they're so, I think, in sync, because I think so in my big dramatic like Shakespearean romance of this, you know, like play of this story, they're probably at a place now where they've been together long enough where they are just so in sync and they know each other well, even though there's like been friction in parts, which friction is ironically the title of the song in the next track, next album.
Yeah.
But because they're in a good spot right now, they don't want to lose it. So they like cast themselves like stiff so that they don't change and they keep what they have, you know. But obviously rigidity in a relationship never actually works, you know. So like hot wax has left me with a shine. Wouldn't know if I'd been left behind. Second skin. So it's kind of like there's this, yeah, sort of like external layer that if they can keep that, then the relationship's good. But stuff inside always changes, you know.
Wow. Good analysis, bro.
Thanks, man.
I feel like you just said it way more eloquently.
I was just picking up the pieces you put down, man, and just threw in my Shakespeare stuff again.
That was really good, man.
But yeah, and then yeah, in my mind, Infinity and Nighttime are kind of like, it's like a pair of songs, like two sides of a dialogue again. But which sort of, where did you want to go next in the album?
Well, actually, wait. So Stars. What I find interesting with Stars, obviously being, wait, that is the last track, right? Yes. Yeah. This song sort of is less innuendo, really. I think this is a bit more forward about, like, again, like I'm bringing up the sexual side of stuff here again, but like this does strike me as like sexual side to the relationship, but like a happy one, not like a like some of the lyrics. Hang on, let me see here. Well, the first lines, I can give it all on the first date. I don't have to exist outside this place. And dear, know that I can change. And then her response in verse 2 is great. I can draw the line on the first date. So it's like such a dude response. Or the dude putting out, I can give it all on the first date. And then she's just like, nah.
I can draw that line.
But yeah. Wait, what is it?
Let you take every line I got. Yeah.
Oh, and then the bridge. I love that. Like they go between like that call and response is like, if you want me, let me know. Where do you want to go? No need for talking. I already know. If you want me, why go? If you want me, let me know. Where do you want to go? No need for talking. I already know. If you want me, why go? It's like brilliantly written, that part as well. And again, like there, the instrumentation just sort of like drops down and it's like almost just like them talking, like going back and forth with this like almost like playful like flirting, kind of like, do you want me? Do you not want me? Like, I'm here if you want me, like,
Yeah.
so it's interesting because I found like this song to be like, why would they put this at the end? Because I feel like this would fit more in that like first like third of the album where it's more like fun and playful, and you know what I mean? Because you're coming out of this like quite, I don't know, unless this is like the happy, no pun intended, but like the happy ending, right? Do you know what I mean? Like, because it's been through this like tricky bit where they kind of like trying to fight for the relationship and trying to whatever, and this could be the result. It's like, okay, they've decided to stay together and see it through.
Interesting.
Because I couldn't figure out why they would put a song like that, like I say, that feels happy and like positive. When you've come out of this like dark thing, and after nighttime as well, because nighttime was a bit more like, wasn't as boppy,
No.
Yeah. So I don't know. What was your thoughts? What are your thoughts on that one?
So that's really interesting because I feel like there's a fork in the road with how you could read this song, because you've gone and like this song shows like after all they've gone through, they've like stuck together and they're gonna like figure it out. I've gone almost in a way like this is looking back at how, almost like a mournful looking back at how they did feel. It's like remembering what they were like when they started dating, but how different it is now.
Yeah, that's clever. I got you.
And because they just keep getting further and further apart, and now like the song, because I read this song as like it implies that they've broken up, but they reached like thinking back to when they first started dating and how they thought that they would give it so much time if the stars didn't align, but they've not given it the time.
Okay, I got you. Yeah.
So that was kind of how I read into that. But it could go either way. That's the thing.
No,
like I didn't think about your way until you mentioned it. No, like that makes.
What's cool is like
I could see that as well.
I think we're both seeing it like in the literal sense, but like I'm seeing it as in the moment and present tense, and you're seeing it like as in like past tense. Looking back like fondly on those memories, which is cool. It's just so. This is why I love this, man. Like it's so cool because I just didn't think about that at all. I just immediately thought,
it's great.
Nah, it's like they're happy and it's like happily ever after.
But that's just good songwriting. Yeah.
It's so
because
cool.
like both of like I feel every take we've had, even though they've not been the same across the whole album, they've all made sense. And it's just you could read into it, and it's like your experiences in life and like your outlook and like my experiences and how my outlook in life and how I process things. We just like draw these very different, not very different conclusions, but like sort of like two sides of the same coin type conclusions of what songs mean. And it's just really cool. It like makes for a really interesting experience, and it gives so much more depth to the album.
It's cool because it feels almost like you say, like we've both sort of had our thing. It still feels sort of unresolved. Like it doesn't, like you don't quite know, but it feels like there's peace there. Like it feels peaceful. It feels like no matter which way you kind of look at it, there's like a there's like a calmness to it.
Like if they'd broken up and be like, oh well, like it's heartbreaking, but there's time to heal.
Yeah.
But if they're not broken up and they're still together, then it could just be like the ease and peace of like we can give it all and we don't have to. Oh, it's it. Then dear, it's fine, so fine by me because we can give it time, so much time with me. And it's like that's the peace in the present tense, like we can give it time, but in the past tense, like mourning, it's like part of processing a loss, like mourning a loss of a relationship, and like that can be peaceful in its own way, even though it's heartbreaking.
Sure, yeah. Oh man, this is so cool. This was a great choice, man.
This is why I was so pumped for this album, even though because we had originally planned to record on Sunday, but like we changed plans to record on a Wednesday. And I was like buzzing after Saturday, because Saturday I did like all the prep, and I was like, oh my gosh, this album is just like, there's just like a universe of emotion and like depth of experience in this album, and I just never knew about it. I was just like, oh, it's a cute love album,
and it's aged,
but it's
like
just it's this whole other thing, man.
Like it still sounds so modern and so like, what's it now, like 17 years old?
17.
Holy crap. That's ridiculous. But that's like, it just shows you, man, like how tasteful it is. Like everything's so well done. And even the aesthetic, like everything about it, like the black and white, the minimalist thing, the sounds, like everything just sounds clean and modern, and I don't know. I love it. Oh, it's so good. Final thoughts? Or those are final thoughts, pretty much?
Well, I really want to just explore infinity and nighttime.
Yes, cool, go for it.
Let's go to infinity. I just want to get the song in my ears again, just so I just need to remember what it sounds like.
Get my phone charger, because my phone's about to die.
So infinity is it starts off being led by Oliver.
Mm-hmm.
It says, after all the time after you had you seen me with someone new, hanging so high for your return, but the stillness is a burn. And what did I write? I said like subtly in reading body language and determining, or subtlety in reading body language and determining true intentions. It's like an intimate knowledge of someone else, to be able to read their mind through their body. And then the pain of being apart causes him to rather like, what did I say? Causes him to rather not hope for a return. She can't bear to lose it altogether. So I'm trying to interpret my own notes, my own ideas that I wrote down. Your leaving had no goodbye, had I just seen one in your eyes. And then there's another lyric, I wish for infinity, but if it ain't me, then give it up. I can't give it up. Oh, that's right. Because he's reading her body language. Had I seen it in your eyes, there's his second verse.
Yeah.
There'd have been no try after try. Your leaving had no goodbye, but had I just seen one in your eyes. And he's kind of like, what's he saying? He's saying, I think he's, I'm trying to remember what I was thinking. I think he's like reading doubt in her body language or something. And he's like, if you don't want it, then just give it up. And she's like, but I can't give it up. And it's like I can't, to someone else's touch because I care too much. I can't give it up. And then it's like, give it up. I can't give it up. Wish the best for you, wish the best for me, wish for infinity. If that ain't me, then give it up. I can't give it up. So it's like Sorry, I'm like thinking out loud.
It's
now.
cool.
That's not as
I'm
helpful.
just like reading the lyrics as you're talking.
But it's like them growing apart, but they're fearing to lose each other.
Mm-hmm.
And his way of processing is like, if they're growing apart, then let's just end it. And she's like, but I can't just end this.
Yeah.
Even though they're growing apart, you know. And it's that like, it's kind of like the more obvious distance in the relationship. Kind of like hits on that theme as that starts growing towards the end of the album.
And again, it touches on the thing of like, someone's always willing to fight, So even if the other person wants to give up and is just like, it's not worth it. Sometimes you need that one person to fight to see you through that little patch, to get you through to go, oh man, I was being so dumb. Like, it would have been so stupid to throw this all away,
and it adds to the mystery. In Stars, did they stay together or did they break up?
It's like, what happened?
We don't know. We need the second. Is that what the second album's about?
Ooh.
We have a whole like Dima universe thing happening.
Potentially. Has this been sitting under our noses the entire time and we never knew?
I feel like we need to get to that second album at some point.
That would be fun. There's what's the song on that second album? There's a song on that second album which Fiction. Oh, I love that song so much.
Oh man, that's a great album.
Fiction.
Honestly, I could have picked either of these albums, but I'm glad I did this one first, just in case. Fiction.
When we're not together.
Oh,
dude, his voice is so cool.
So good, man.
So cool.
It's like low and raspy. It's good stuff, man.
I love his voice, man. It's such a cool voice. Yeah, so I think Sorry, no, carry on.
Infinity. No. What were your thoughts on Infinity?
No, I think just what I said. I think because I was reading the lyrics like as you were talking, and I think like, again, I think it's just that thing of not giving up on a relationship. You know, it's that because if both people just walk away and go whatever, then no one would ever be together. I think there's always got to be someone to, obviously provided it is a healthy relationship and there's not like anything, terrible going on. Like it's good to fight and it's good to sort of stand up for what you believe in or what you love, because sometimes that other person sees something in you that you maybe don't see, or if you're the person fighting, you see something in that person, and you want to.
Yeah.
You know that it's better if you stay together and you do work together,
because you love them, you want to draw that
exactly,
out of them. That like, yeah.
Yeah, I just like that lyric, like, it's so funny, like, I can't give it up to someone else's touch because I care too much. And it's that thing of like, losing that person to somebody else. It's just like, I can just like, I can feel that emotion like in that moment. Just, I don't want to lose that person. I don't want to lose this thing to someone else. I'd be hella jealous. And like,
well, I mean, it's even that idea of like, if you or I, or if Nikki or Sharia were to pass away, like how would we move on? And like thinking about this, I mean, this is like personal to you in like another sense, but like your mom being remarried after like how many years of your dad passing away. And like, how do you, like, I can't imagine processing through that and like losing a romantic partner and a life partner like that. And like beginning to feel okay with like experiencing that with someone else and like kind of getting through that like mourning period and like healing from that. It's just,
I mean, watching my mom go through that, it's interesting because my mom was always like adamant. She was like, I'll never get remarried. Like, I won't. Like, I won't. And then obviously met my stepdad and whatever, and it changes. But I think also for them, it's very different. I know everyone has their own experiences, but like for them, I think it's so different in that they both came from long marriages. Like, had their spouses not passed away, they would have still been with their spouses.
Yeah, I forgot. I forgot Gordon's spouse passed away as well.
Yeah, and for the same reason, like both, like
really,
yeah, it's crazy, man. So like,
oh my goodness,
his wife, also she battled with cancer and stuff, and so I think they had that like that point of like interest and sort of they got each other in that sense, and they had both dealt with something like that. But like my mom always said, it was interesting because it was like, it just completely took her by surprise. There was no like, she was just content being by herself,
Yeah.
Because her and my dad were together for like 40 something years. Gosh, so it's crazy. And I've often thought about that. Like, it's like you just said, it's nuts how you've like, how do you move on? Your spouse passes away, and it's one thing when you're like early in your marriage, maybe like 3, 4, 5 years in. But when you've built, I mean, that's still flipping difficult. But like when you've built a whole life together and you've raised kids and you've, built homes and you've built lives and friendships and like all this stuff. And then all of a sudden it just ends one day. Like that is just wild. I don't know. Yeah. I can't imagine what it must have been like to be with somebody for that amount of time,
And in a stage of life where it's normal for people to be in a long-term relationship and then to go out socially and experience things like New Year's Eve and Christmas, and like you don't have that person with you.
Oh yeah.
And everyone else has someone with them. Like, because I mean, my mom's been single for a lot of my life. And yeah, it's like a reality, not like for very different reasons, but it's that like not having someone at that stage of life is it's something I can like empathize with in that sense, because
and it was interesting because my mom, like, they had all their friends and stuff, and then it was interesting that when everything settled down and dad had been gone for a while, like my mom stopped getting invites to like certain things because she was like now she was single.
Whoa, that's hard, man.
Which is so difficult, because they would have like all these couples would get together and then they just would stop inviting my mom to stuff because it was like, okay, well, now you're single kind of thing. And like, there's just so many elements to it that is, so crazy, but no, it's like,
and I suppose it's like, it hurts on two sides, because like, I mean, people, I can imagine a scenario where someone might have been hesitant to invite your mom, or someone in your mom's position to invite someone in that position, because you don't want them to feel the odd one out by being, by being single. So you don't want to put them in that position, but at the same time, they're feeling excluded because they're not invited.
Yeah.
So it's like how do you? It's
that's
how
exactly
do you get
what
around
happened.
that? So
that's exactly what happened, because exactly that. The people that weren't inviting my mom, for example, it was exactly that. They were just like, oh, we just don't want to make you feel awkward. It's a tricky one to navigate though, because obviously it's new territory for people. Like, when your friends start to pass away and stuff at that life stage, it's like, it's weird and very different, but
it's like, it's like some guys I climb with, they're like later 40s, early 50s, and they're both divorced. I mean, the one's remarried.
Okay.
And the other one's like divorced. But like, I think the one that's remarried, I think, is getting a divorce now or something. But I mean, that's like what, 15 years ahead of me or so in terms of like stage of life. But now like I was saying, I've been with Sharia for like 13 years, and you've been with Nix for what, 12 or something? A little bit. Or about 12 years, something like that. Like now, I can't imagine what it's like trying to date someone with all like Tinder and like Hinge and whatever, and like all those apps, and what it looks like to date someone now. I can't fathom it. I would feel so, if I were in a position where I was like looking for another partner, for whatever reason, circumstance brought that on. Like, I can't imagine what it would be like trying to embark on that.
I couldn't do it.
It just feels so alienating.
We often talk about that. Like, we're just so grateful that we never had to do that stuff. Because
dude.
I would hate it. Like friends of ours that like are on those sites and stuff. It's just carnage, man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's just.
I've got a mate who enjoys. Or like you went through a phase of frequenting one night stands through Tinder and all that. It was a whole. He needed like a PA to like manage all these chats and things. Like keeping. It was very entertaining, and see the stress he was in sometimes managing these different conversations with different people,
trying to keep up with.
It's like, man, I can't get my head around it.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know where to start, man. Like my philosophy would just be like, I would make a rule, like I just have to meet somebody in person like, because I don't think I could
Yeah.
deal with like the stress of like.
I mean, it just feels like normal to me as well,
Yeah.
because that's how when I started dating someone, it's only because I happened to spend time with them in person somewhere familiar that we were both at.
Yeah, of course.
And like I never dated someone, you know, purely by only knowing them online and then just like meeting up on like a blind date or something. That whole experience, it's mad. But it's so normal, which is crazy because it's nothing I've experienced.
But you know, we've said all this, but then I can count on like both hands actually how many couples I know that have like had success. And my brother being one of them. Like, it's crazy.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, like Sean and Tanya met.
Oh,
online.
mad. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. They met online.
Yeah.
Not Tinder, it was something else. But they met online. Like a couple of my best friends from church, they met online.
And they've been going for a while. How long have they been dating? I mean, married, sorry,
they
not
got
dating.
married in 20... They got engaged. They got engaged in 2012, I think. So, yeah, it must be like 14 years. Wow. I think they got married the same year. So, I think, from what I remember.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, 14 years or something. But yeah. And then we've got like loads of friends like that have like, you know, now married with kids and stuff, and they all met online. It's just like, it is so normal, like you say. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Actually, it was really funny because like one of our friends, they like, when they met for their first date, like our friend, I won't name names, but she took a friend with her to sit on the other side of the restaurant in case this dude showed up and he was just like a nightmare or something. So like she said like friends like dotted around the place, like incognito.
Yeah, dude.
She was like, I don't know who I'm going to go meet. So she took a buddy with her. And then, anyway, they ended up getting married, which is hilarious. So it worked out. Yeah. It was just really fun.
I've heard a couple pretty scary stories of like no one got like hurt, but were like in situations that could have been dangerous by like going on a date with someone and then being in like a private space with them and getting like very, very big like red flags and like trying to get out of that situation at night as well and stuff. It's just so risky, man.
Oh, I can only imagine how much that must happen. Oh.
Yeah.
I think that would terrify me. Like just I don't know, just being in a situation.
I don't know, be like single for life. I'm fine being single. Although I'm a male, so my experience will be very different.
Dude, you don't have to go and do anything. You just have to take your shirt off and flex, and you just have like 50 women around you. You'd be fine.
That's not my everyday experience.
How often do you take your shirt off in public and flex?
Not very often, actually. We used to on stage, both of us.
Yeah, bro, but I don't look like you. I'm skinny, but I'm not ripped.
Yeah,
You're like a Marvel superhero.
I mean, if I were to lose Sheree for some reason and my mental health would go down, I don't know, maybe I'll just end up.
You'd be like Thor. There
we go. I'll be that Thor Marvel superhero. I'll be Bruce Banner, not the Hulk.
You wouldn't, bro. You'd be gymming even harder. You'd be climbing even harder.
Yeah, probably. I'll probably spiral in that way.
Oh man, but it's not going to happen.
But,
so just
no.
Cool.
And anyway, I'd be so consumed with looking after my daughter anyway.
Well, there you
go. Okay, so coming back to the songs, and I've been indulgent on this album by like leaning in this whole theory of mine, this whole like tragic drama. But if you'll just walk with me for a second through this, okay?
I'm walking.
So Infinity, it starts with him fearing that they're growing apart and saying, if we're growing apart, just give it up. And she's like, I can't give it up. So imagine they're together at home at night and they're having this this conversation. And then after they have this conversation that she can't give it up, she walks out into the night, into nighttime. And now she's thinking to herself, you mean that, what? You mean that much to me? It's hard to show. Gets hectic inside of me when you go. Can I confess these things to you? Well, I don't know. Embedded in my chest, and it's hard to hurt. I couldn't spill my heart. My eyes gleam looking in from the dark. I walk out into stormy weather, so like she leaves the house. Hope my words keep us together. Steady walking, but bound to trip. Should I release, but I tighten my grip. And then nighttime sympathize. I've been working on white lies. So I'll tell the truth. I'll give it up to you. When the day comes, it would have all been fun. We'll talk about it soon. So I get the impression that like when she walks out into the night after this conversation, the night. So she says nighttime sympathize. I think she's like personifying the nighttime. Like the nighttime is her companion, and like in the dark by herself, she's able to express these white lies that she's been saying because she really feels the distance between them. Let's say, can I confess these things to you? Well, I don't know. And it's like she probably feels the same way that he does. But when she said, I can't let it go when they were in person, but that's maybe like a bit of a white lie because she feels the same way, but she doesn't want to say that out loud because if they both agree, then they both agree, you know? So she's disagreeing in person as a white lie.
Okay.
But she's still trying to work through this herself.
Got you.
So, yeah, I couldn't spill my heart. My eyes gleam looking in from the dark. And then steady walking but bound to trip. Should release the relationship, but just tighten my grip. So she says like, in the previous song, which just says like, I can't let it go, I can't let it go. She's trying to tighten her grip on the relationship, but she knows that she should release it.
If you love something, set it free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was my big tie in between them as like another like duo song where he's expressing something and then she refutes it, but then really her song, Nighttime, is her admitting all the stuff to herself in the dark of the night. And then, yeah. So that's my theory for like leaning into this whole storyline.
It makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah. So, was there anything else you wanted to expand upon with those songs or other songs?
No, I don't think so. Kind of touched on my faves.
Yeah, it's it's pretty madly deep album.
It is, but you know what I also love about it is that you can dive really deep into it, or you can just like put it on in the background. Like it's one of those albums where like you don't necessarily need to listen to everything
background while you're Netflixing and chill. It's a good Netflix and chill album.
Dude, I think actually apparently when I was reading this one thing, it was saying that like it was one of the songs apparently shows up the most in people's like self-made playlists on like Spotify and Apple Music in their like sex playlists.
Yeah.
I was like, that's hilarious.
It's so true, man.
Makes sense. I get it. Like,
yeah,
it's great. Get why.
It's like sexy lo-fi music.
Dude, anyway, the music's great. I'm pretty sure in Suits when the two main characters finally get it on, like I'm pretty sure it's a XX song that plays. But I mean, they use XX like all the time in Suits. I like rewatched that recently.
Right,
it's like everywhere. Literally,
nice.
It's just like, yeah, it's crazy, dude.
What's everywhere?
Huh?
What's everywhere? XX. Oh, right.
You.
I don't know what you're thinking of this. Oh, you're talking about the suits were everywhere.
The suits were everywhere, yeah. All over,
Because they got to take
all
them
over
off.
the file room.
Well, this has been enlightening, to say the least.
What are your...
And it's,
What 3 words, Mike?
Well, I've only got 2, which is so annoying.
Okay.
But let's do them in turn. Okay. Have you got 3 words?
I do.
Okay, so my first word is vulnerable.
Ooh. Mine is nocturnal.
Oh, nocturnal. Okay, yeah. The next one is intimate.
Mine is. I'm trying to think of a good word for this. I'm going to say sparse.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I like this word. I don't know if it makes sense, but I'm going to say it because it just kind of fits the theme of it. Yeah. But forbidden.
Ooh, that works.
It just kind of like fits somehow, even though we've not really spoken about anything being forbidden. But somehow it just feels right.
Yeah, I agree. It could be like the forbidden love. It could be, two young lovers forbidden to be together.
Yeah. Maybe fate forbids them or something.
Yeah. My third word is intentional. Oops.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Musically speaking, intentional. Like, I think, I mean, lyrically too, but I think musically that just was like one of the big things for me was like that, like I said before, like each note just has such a specific place. And I feel like, I didn't say this earlier, but like, I feel like this sort of music is almost harder to play than like super busy, like over instrumentalized sort of stuff. I think like this almost, because you just notice so much that if you miss that one note at that particular time, everything crashes and burns.
Yeah.
Like you need to really be on it, So I feel like this is a level of like sophistication.
There's no like distraction in the music. It's just like hyper.
It's all very exposed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's really good. Whoa, what an album!
What an album! Okay, so.
But yeah, you have our next one, Carl.
I do. I've been toying between 2.
Oh, don't toy with me, Carl.
I'm gonna give you a choice.
Oh, okay.
So you can.
Am I choosing between like eras or genres or something?
No. So what's funny is like these aren't exactly like the same genre, but they kind of overlap in terms of like geography of like where they're located, where the artists are located. So it kind of. Anyway. Okay. So you got to pick a state. So Indiana or Tennessee.
Oh, okay. Indiana, Tennessee. Oh, why is this such a hard decision? I'm like overcomplicating this.
Have you ever been to either of those?
No, I haven't. But Indiana, I like the word Indiana. It just sounds really nice. But Tennessee, I know there's good stuff that comes out of Tennessee. Indiana.
Ooh. Okay. So we're going Steven Wilson Jr.
Okay.
And the album is called Son of Dad.
Son of Dad. Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah. I'm keen.
So sure I've shared this with you.
Whoa, that's a big album. Holy
no. There's not. No. Don't get excited. No, I think.
Is there a shorter version?
So that's I saw this today. Hold on.
I see 22 tracks here.
No, It's not 22 tracks. That will probably be the deluxe version.
I mean,
I'm pretty
there's
sure.
a deluxe version that's like 34 tracks.
No. Are you sure? No, wait. That's the deluxe.
It ends on this track's Henry, You, in the beginning.
Wait, there it is. Hold on. Oh, yeah, look at that. 22 tracks.
You picked a whopper.
I didn't
Nice.
realize it was that long.
Oh, I'm keen though. Let's get into some country.
Okay. Well, so I'll caveat this with it is country, but the reason why I really like it is it's not like cheesy country. It's like really cool country. It's like different. You'll see what I mean.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
almost like grunge country. It's really cool. I like his stuff. And he's got a really interesting backstory, which I'm sure you'll find out about like when you research.
Cool.
But yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
If I actually go on YouTube this time, I barely did anything online with XX. I just listened to the album.
That's cool though. So there's one song actually that's on the deluxe version of this, which is called it's live at the print shop. What is it?
Okay.
I'm a Song, which is the only release of that song that he's done. But check that out. Go watch the video. I can even send you the link. It is beautiful, dude. It's like honestly, I cried the first time I heard it. It was like, it's all about his relationship to music, but his dad, like just before he died, his dad said that was his favorite song of his that he had ever written. And he never released it. He just decided, I'm going to keep this one for me. And then anyway, ended up doing it on this live performance, and it like kind of went viral, but it's beautiful. Anyway, that's it. So that's the album. So Son of Dad, Stephen Wilson.
Cool.
We'll check it out.
Man. Thank you.
Cool. Let's go to all the places peeps can find us. So we are on Instagram at the Buds Pod UK, YouTube at the Buds Podcast UK, and then shoot us an email, thebudspodcastuk@gmail.com. That's where we're at. And we look forward to seeing you all in the next episode.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Mike.
Great. Thanks so much for listening, guys. Thank you, Kyle.
Bye.
Bye.